Hi everyone, I'm Steffi D.
And I'm Lisa H.
And welcome to Check-In from Away.
This week we are checking in with some of the original Toronto cast of Kinky Boots.
Lisa, today we're going to be making my favorite drink of all time, which is a Pina Colada. But it's like my own version of the Pina Colada. It's not going to be blended in any way. It's going to be on the rocks. All we're going to need is some coconut rum, some coconut milk, and some pineapple coconut juice. And if you want, some maraschino cherries just to put on the top. So first thing we're going to do is that we're going to put an ice cube in there, and look, it's a skull ice cube. Then we're going to take some coconut milk. I'm going to open this can. We're going to get some coconut rum. And depending on how hard you want to party, we're going to put only 1 ounce. It might come from Way shot glass. We're going to put it on ice over here. We're going to put 1 ounce of coconut milk into our drink. We're going to add some pineapple coconut exotic juice drink.
How many glugs is that, Steffi?
How many glugs? That was like 5 glugs. Okay, and then after that, for garnish, you know what we're going to do? We're going to add some maraschino cherries. A pina colada is not complete unless there's maraschino cherries in it. I'm going to have a taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's legit.
All right, Steffi, I'm going to walk you through the ingredients you need for my mocktail.
Okay.
Soda water, fresh mint, simple syrup,
Okay.
and lemons.
That's it?
Yeah.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Oh, I didn't even do that on purpose.
First thing you want to do is add some ice to your cocktail glass. You want to take about half a lemon and squeeze some juice in there. And then you want to take about half a tablespoon here of simple syrup. To make simple syrup, it's really easy. It's just sugar and water, and you heat it on the oven until all the sugar dissolves, and then it's good to go, and you can keep it in your fridge for like a month. I'm going to add some seltzer, like soda water. And then the final thing you want to do is just take some mint. I have some mojito mint that I'm growing outside on my garden. And you're just going to cut it up a little bit and put it in. And then I'm just going to give it a little stir here. And then if you want, do a little garnish.
Oh, baby.
Steffi, if you wanted to turn this into a nighttime or a more of a cocktail, you could essentially add any sort of alcohol to this that would be good. Like rum would be good, vodka would be good. I'm going to do vodka.
Yeah.
Now, do you recognize this vodka bottle?
Oh my God. I absolutely recognize that vodka bottle. If I do recall correctly, it is the vodka bottle that I gave you on the opening night of the Panto, the Ross Petty Panto, Peter Pan in Wonderland.
I'm going to make you guys Mama's strawberry daiquiri.
Ooh.
Can't wait. So can you walk us through just the ingredients? What do people at home need to make this Mama's strawberry daiquiri?
1 egg. You need 1/4 sugar. You need some frozen strawberries. You need some ice. You also need rum. And you also need milk. I usually take a handful of strawberries, put them in, maybe a little bit more. You know what? I'm just going to put them all in. Next, I'm going to add the sugar so that it can fit all the way in. I'll show you up here. So then next, I'm going to add the egg. And fun fact, we have chickens on my farm, so I just got this with egg today, fresh. Next, I'm going to add some ice. Milk, adding milk to alcohol, like that just doesn't seem right to me, but it's right and it's amazing. So I'm going to add about halfway there. And we're going to do 1 ounce rum, 2, 3, 4. just 1 ounce, guys. So put it in the blender. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my glass that I'm drinking out of, take my garnish, strawberry. I'm gonna make that rim nice and wet. And dump it into more sugar, because who doesn't like more sugar?
Oh my gosh.
Do you think Charlie would drink?
Charlie's definitely like either whiskey neat or what are those is it old fashioned?
Yeah.
That's actually generally what I would make after the show, like after playing Charlie. So I think that would be his drink.
OMG.
Is it bad that I still have the underwear too? Like, come on.
This is my version of sangria, and I make a really good mulled wine. So this is like a chilled, less spicy mulled wine, to be totally honest with you. Okay, wine of your choice, preferably inexpensive utility wine that you like. Brandy, agave syrup or simple syrup or a sweetener. Fruit of your choice, oranges. I chose oranges, blueberries, strawberries, apples, and a little bit of cinnamon because I like a. And then you need ice to keep it cold. And then you need some sort of diluter of some kind that still has some flavor. You can pick orange juice or whatever you want. I chose soda water, sugar-free, lime flavor. You put it all in there except for this. Put this in last because it's going to mess with the flavors. You mix it up. You put it in the fridge. You leave it in the fridge. You put your ice inside the thingy that looks good. And then you twist it on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Put it all in. Ha, 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 ha. And then put it in a cup of your choice. I'm going with a mason jar. If you want to get fancy, you can put it in a wine glass. Stemless, stemmed, I don't care. I assembled fruit and rotten fruit. That's what this is.
Would Lauren drink this drink? Is this something Lauren would drink?
No, Lauren would drink beer.
There you go.
What are you going to be making for us today?
Yes, well, I decided to make a cocktail inspired by my favorite character in the show. And her name is Gemma Louise, and she wears a mullet. And so I decided that I was going to drink her signature drink, which is just a bullet on the rocks. And she adds a little coffee bitters so that she doesn't get caught at work, so that her little road rocket smells like coffee.
So it's whiskey and coffee bitters, or bourbon and coffee bitters? That's your drink?
Yeah. Bullet bourbon, just one little rock there to make it nice and cold, and 3 drops of coffee bitters.
Can you name like a few drinks you think your characters would drink other than Gemma Louise?
Yes, okay, so Gemma Louise is definitely a bourbon girl. Nicola, of course, would be drinking like a Cosmopolitan or like an Appletini maybe. Lauren would just be drinking like a PBR, like a beer out of the back of someone's truck somewhere. Charlie, I feel like Charlie just gives he just drinks whatever anyone gives him because he doesn't know what he likes and he'll just drink anything.
So I've got a lovely collection of lots of funky things. I haven't named it yet. So we're gonna start with Cartier Salted Caramel Cream Wine Liqueur. We've got Sortilège, Canadian whiskey, maple syrup flavored. She likes her sweet things. I wouldn't use this to mix with anything because it's that good stuff, you know.
It sounds like a hangover in a glass, really.
We're gonna top it off, don't freak out, with a bit of lemon juice. And a lot of people think that the lemon wouldn't mix well with the scotch and the whiskey and all, like it sounds like it's gonna be kind of funky. And they are right. So what we do is we instead pour a glass of red and we drink that because who has the time?
What kind of drink do you think Nicola would actually drink? Like, what's a Nicola specific cocktail?
I see her drinking wine, or I see her drinking like something on ice,
We have these cocktails. We have all of you amazing people on the call together. We thought that we would warm ourselves up before we get into some heavy Kinky Boots content with a game called Most Likely To. So what's going to happen is Steffi is going to read out these most likely to questions, and we're going to get the 4 of you to vote on who it should be. So, without further ado, Steffi, do you want to take us through our first most likely to?
Okay, so Kinky Boots edition of Most Likely To. Most likely to actually have the history of wrong guys.
Okay, so let's hear it. Graham, who is most likely to have the history of wrong guys?
Is it bad to say me?
No. And Julia, your vote.
It's Graham. It's definitely Graham.
And Vanessa.
We're voting for Graham.
Hey, and AJ.
Graham, for sure.
All right, Graham.
The next one we have most likely to design their own pair of boots.
Oh,
All right, let's start with Vanessa this time.
I'm gonna say Jules.
Oh. Okay, and AJ.
Julia.
Julia. And Graham.
Baby Jules!
Okay, and Julia, you are voting for.
It's on brand for me, yes.
Next one is most likely to actually go to heaven and be one of Lola's angels.
Okay, let's start with AJ.
I want to say all of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, Vanessa.
I gotta go with Vanessa on that one.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Vanessa, who do you vote for?
I don't know. You're all like very lovely human beings. I also want to just say everybody. Can I do that? Is that okay? I just want to say everybody.
100%. And Julia, what about you?
Well, ultimately, we must place a vote for the John Gray. But then after that, all of us.
Yes, the John Gray. Also the
Dad.
stage manager for Come From Away. So Steffi and I know him very well.
Literal angel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and Graham, who are you choosing?
I'm calling sociable on this one.
Yes.
We're all gonna be Lola's angels in heaven, baby.
We are about to play a game of Happy Hour at the Factory.
Here are the rules.
This is a game that Steffi and I invented. The players of the game will count to 15 in the order assigned by myself. When you land on certain numbers, you must remember and answer the delegated question to that specific number. Number 3, say 3 positive words that raise you up to inspire people in isolation.
Number 5, everybody say yeah and take a drink.
Lucky number 7, your favorite Kinky Boots memory.
Perfect 10, name the most beautiful thing in the world according to you.
Unlucky number 13, tell us about a Kinky Boots on stage mishap.
Number 15 is SNL's choice, Steffi or Lisa's question. If you forget there's a question on that number, you have to drink. If you take too long to answer the question, you have to drink. If you can't answer the question, you have to drink. And if you pass, you guessed it, you have to drink.
2.
3 things that are nice and inspiring are nature and alcohol and family.
Good order.
Everybody say yeah and take a drink. Yeah.
6.
This says lucky number 7. My favorite number is 6, but 7 isn't on a mishap, right?
7, you're gonna have to take a drink right now, and then
Oh.
7 is your favorite Kinky Boots memory.
Oh, so many. Okay, one of them though, in rehearsals, when Vanessa and I were rehearsing together our first scene,
I already
she
know
put
it.
lipstick on for rehearsal. We didn't know that we were supposed to have the lip seal at the time because we're just rehearsing. So this one kisses me, and we were trying to do the scene after. I had no idea, but she just bursts out laughing like another corpse moment. And I'm like, what? And then she's like, I need to take a picture. And she just took a picture of my face, and I had lipstick like all over my face.
All right.
9. Why
10.
like that?
Okay, perfect 10. The most beautiful thing in the world to me is hosting Check-In From Away with Lisa.
11.
12.
13, which is unlucky number 13, which is a mishap or something. Once I went to go do the big slide across the treadmill on your stomach as Gemma Louise, and someone didn't put the air brakes on, and I went to slide on it, and it just went for a full ride. And if it wasn't for Daniel Wilson catching the treadmill like on the entire other side of the stage as I somersaulted off of it, I could be dead.
Vanessa, yeah, 14.
That was it?
Oh, 15.
All right, 15, SNL's choice. Here we go, Steffi. Price
Okay.
or Sons?
Sons, because that means that it's Graham, right? Because it's the son of Price, so it's Charlie Price. So I'm going to say Sons. 1.
2.
3 things. Mama's daiquiri, music, and technology, so that in quarantine I can see everyone's face, because this is wild and I'm in a town of 1,200 people and I don't have friends. So this is nice.
4.
5.
6.
Oh, Steffi! Steffi has the double drink.
Sorry.
The callback that I went to, I flew in from Calgary, so I had no sleep. I had the red eye, and I barely remember a second of it. I was at the time doing an 80s review show for Stage West, and I walk in, and Jerry Mitchell was like, "Hey, so we hear you're doing an 80s review show in Calgary." And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Are you doing Cyndi Lauper?" And I went, "Nope." And I was. I actually did do a little Cyndi Lauper impression, and I just forgot in that moment, and that was the end.
8. Can I pick a mate? Jules.
Hey, baby. I'm number 9.
So I would be 10, which is perfect 10, which is most beautiful thing in the world. And I have to actually think of the answer. The most beautiful thing in the world to me today is community.
11.
12.
This is a mishap, right? Opening night. Charlie's wearing this beautiful white dress shirt. Everything's outside, right? They usually have trees in the back, but there was no trees because they had just died. They were getting new ones, which is a big celebration in itself. Anyway, it had rained all day. It dried at night. I get the boot whack. This thing like spins me off, and I have to get up and go run behind like the LED wall. And there's a whole bunch of mulch there, but it was all like dark and dirty and wet. And I did the biggest face dive of my life. I slid to home base in this mulch. They were doing photos backstage at the time too, and there's one of me just like I like the view. And they like did a quick change on me. It was all dirty. Anyway, it was a mess. I made it on stage just on time, and I'll never forget that opening night jitters.
14.
Oh, 15.
Okay, 15, SNL's choice. This is a rapid fire for you, Vanessa. And it is going to be Janice Mosher or Lola.
Oh.
Careful.
Wait, who is the
I gotta
first
go with
one?
Lola. I'm sorry, it's Kinky Boots for you. I gotta go with
1.
2.
3 words that raise me up in isolation. Love is blind. That's it.
4.
Everybody say yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me. 6.
7. Lucky number 7 is something. It is. We did a Secret Santa, and I don't remember why there was like a horrendous picture of me. I posted it on Facebook or something. It was me putting like a wretched face. And I think Daniel Willis, it's always Daniel Willison, printed out like 1 million copies of me pulling this like ratchet fit and like posted it all over the theater backstage. And Stu was my secret Santa, and he saved all of those pictures of my wretched face, and he wrapped my present in it. And it was like the most horrifying and beautiful gift I've ever received.
My number 8. 8.
9. Why am I good?
10 is like the most beautiful thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
The most beautiful thing in the world.
I want to say music, because music is so universal, and it's the way I'm getting through right now, and I'm sure a lot of people are turning to music right now. And the music in our show was great. So
11.
12.
13. Unlucky number 13. An onstage mishap.
that's
Yeah, covered in Kinky Boots, so pass.
14.
Oh, I said 15. I was like so excited. I was like, what's the question?
15. All right, that is SNL's The Host's Choice. It's a rapid fire. And here we go. It is Nicola or Lauren.
Oh.
Well, we already know.
Graham cannot come to the phone right now.
Thanks for joining us on this week's episode of Check-In From Away.
See you next Tuesday.
Cheers!
Cheers!